Welcome back, friends. The leaves are changing. It's beautiful outside. It's getting cold and crisp in the evening, and so that means it's chili season. The Frito scoops are great though, because you get to use them as a spoon. Alright, to get started, we're going to start browning our meat. This actually came from one of our local farmers that we support, Milligan Farms. Super great people. Anytime that you can support a local farm, I wish that you would. So let's get this little guy going. Go in with our meat. Got a little helper with me today, Dolly. We're watching her for a friend. They just had a baby, and she's my little food assistant. So I'm going to push this out, and as this warms up, it's going to help really brown and get some of that mild browning that we all like. That gives it a great flavor. I'm just going to let that hang out until we get a good color on it. Little stove rips. Okay, our meat's done. I'm just going to move it over here and let it. Okay, we're going to go back in this same pot with a little bit of olive oil. Let that come up to temperature. So we're going to go in with some bell pepper. I've just one bell pepper kind of chopped. And we're going to go in with one medium-sized onion, also chopped. Okay, with a little bit of salt. Really don't have to cook these for that long. You know, they're going to sit and simmer. I normally like to let my chili stew for about an hour. If you want to eat it after you get done kind of making everything, I would cook these a little bit longer, but we're going to let it sit and hang out. I'm going to go in with about 3 cloves of garlic. You can go as much or as little garlic as you like. You know, if you like it garlicky, go with a little bit more. Alright, so we can talk about bean choice. I'm a red kidney pinto type of bean person in my chili. You can really go with whatever you prefer. Black beans, navy beans, whatever you really like. I like pinto a lot because I think it has a great bit of flavor, and then the red beans are just kind of a classic in chili. So I got 1 can of each that I rinsed off to get all the starchy bits that come in the can. So just mix to get this incorporated a little bit. I'm going to go back in with my beef. We're really going to be pushing the limit of this pot. Yeah, let's just go ahead and change pot size. Definitely going to be too small for this. Okay, so I also have a can of fire roasted kind of chopped tomatoes. I'm going with that. And then I've got a can of really good crushed tomatoes. We'll go in with that. We need a little bit of liquid to kind of help this along, so I'm going to do probably 2 cups of this vegetable stock. If you like a really beefy, chili, you can use beef stock. We'll go in with another cup. And using a stock instead of just water is just going to help the flavor out. You know, the more depth you can build, the better it is. We're just going to go in because it's going to be sitting for a while. We're just going to go in with all 4 cups. It's all mixed in. So now we're going to go with the spices. You can use kind of whatever spice that you like, but these are the kind of the basic ones that I use, and you can use these to kind of build your own flavor profile. We're going to go in with, I got some smoked paprika here. It's about a tablespoon, or about a teaspoon. I've got about a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And then I've got about a teaspoon of ancho chili powder. Super spicy stuff, so be warned. And then I've got about 2 teaspoons of just your traditional chili powder. Got about a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then about 2 teaspoons of salt. And then about a tablespoon of cocoa powder. That cocoa powder is just going to help kind of darken it up, richen it up a little bit. Sometimes you get a little pre-taste on that spice. It's going to take a little bit for it to set in, but just kind of give us the ballpark. That is phenomenal. Okay, so we're just going to let this sit here, hang out, kind of simmer for at least an hour. You can let it simmer longer if it's a little bit too runny for you. The longer you let it simmer, the more those flavors are going to meld, and the better of a chili you're going to have. So we'll catch you back in about an hour. Well, our chili's done. Just grab a little bowl of it. I've got dogs everywhere. There's cheese just happened to end up on the floor, and now they're obsessed. So there's a whole lot that goes into what you want to top it with, but I'm just going to go in with some green onion and some cheese. Let's get a bite. Oh, it's going to burn my face off. Wow. It's probably one of the best chilies that I've made in a while. As you can tell, I don't really cook too much by recipe. I just kind of learn how to cook a dish, and this is definitely a standout one. There's also this huge debate on whether you should use saltines or Fritos. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite and how you like to top your chili. I want to thank you for stopping by today. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Cool.
Yeah, dinner time. The Frito scoops are great though, because you get to use them as a spoon.